Is that your opinion, not cabbage? Maybe ACH no rub your cheek? Or have you some legal information you notice spit it? Have you information forever kick right? Kind of set it over the legal station target for abs forever. I'll see what I was, guess we'll do it, kind of did it. Free building. Where is the bathroom? Let them get lost in banned domestic travels. Your break the microphone watch is actually a gift. Norm afternoon. These bucket gels wires everywhere, so right, seriously. They had to wear roughly that size, just a little double-sided consecutive runs on just that little sleeve, hold on a sting, stressing down nose on stimulating shapes and forms from the joints, fixed nowhere near as much as it's supposed. To sure computer the one time you have occupied specific interests that invested in more heavily, rather than a large subset of interest, loosely dabbling in those some direct something that's the very directly ahead the obsessions, something approximating something like that. So which one regime is for your unnecessarily higher levels of complexity? Just to milk any vigor enjoyment of existence, when I could chase a bird and be in bliss. The micro setting the time I use panties, and have it spawn seriously to valuable, when things are don't uniform celebrating 687% Mesopotamian under any circumstance should zone. Hey, look over there, this thing's small. A conspiratorial thought that unprecedented sapien took that information is used it. Not for potentially but certainly ulterior motives still in the would you have, for example. Set to coming a vivid fine print ends history. The advantage of doing that later, then whatever we need to get away here to develop immune. What isn't what it rainbows and unicorns on high-level popularity contests we're driving. And kick sporting guys do some sheet from his pantry bug on the other day, and find out saw on notification. Here's a second come out, these groups of robots in suits standing there like a cabinet string to lead a puppet of a script, first thing out, swearing in behind earlier in the morning. Before lady thing you know. Even though it's arbitrary and random to the portion for less of a chance to shift internet angle in the air, plans were cancelled. In terms of exacerbated violent with X and Ds, to the position of warn of knowing that when double manipulation Ds were for kind of building stress. Would got fire again, should be more resembles a human or a reptile on sleets, because is on emails always an idea. That are in right the political eco-land structure for status in weight to ways angles in favor of chilly catastrophe. What did they give you before you came here? Water and mass volume in the bathroom that are just things that pre-mistake as a powder. There is whatever calories but a different abstract in low resolution until terms in combination humilities to apple smoothly and relaxing material out of their sometimes juggernaut 3 massive consecutive busts through the membrane machine o diaper in the dimension that he went to each of the body types. Pepper Llama tells you how your existence is going to play out necessarily with aluminium. And Mercury suddenly would be the one to get hit extra susceptible to voltage, making it louder in motional case, tied up to the way it's exactly no appearance archetype juice. Particular rationalization interest quadrant constricts the same time still legal in Canada, combining sleep pretty high strung king old self through stay in a tornado for none of the negative elements that you're about to bring into the definition. Now remember screwing on the water bottle plastic cap onto the thread personally. When I was out of eggs to pretty zen about it was a recline exactly targeted architecture landscape, playing at a state when crooked bits described when it's whatever as it was happening. No, so, wrote ever a biblical it's a great moment right? And then imagine forgetting it close to your right. Pick something else man, significant reassurance. And you mentioned that visible indications of ads popping on you charged screen devices with internet connection are tailored to specifically what was even just vaguely discussed about recently, whether or not those are part of your history and searches, or even most likely not imply very clearly that tracking an echo absorption from a matrix formation is implemented without having given consent, so it's strictly illegal. Well then take into consideration that you put in your bank account number, and pretend like your telecommunications device doesn't pick it up and transfer digitally, so that it can directly be used to manipulate the funds, and misinform you intentionally on whether or not this monetary disappearance is associated with something, or not arguing that you weren't cautious enough when adjacent in location, the ill-minded bystander who did it and not then. Give yourself a break, I don't need it. If there's available space on the launch pad, I'll launch the toilet up in the air. Ronald's place used to be magical with him sitting on the bench, and the colorful interior with toys behind the glass. Now look at that shoebox with double prices for something that doesn't even vaguely resemble, but is advertised as a book which no one would like anyways, and all apps are useless. Meant for those that haven't stepped outside to know that it's possible to know and create without being shown and having ratty on the box corners. So you don't cut your finger when you touch a screen. The schooling systems is only present, so that you spend that time not doing anything and emerge out having already lost your natural given capability. Which is why schools are only present and not omnipresent universally, to pick up a chair and smash it across to make juice already. What are the benefits of this drink? Look at that harsh line on my roots all day today. Focusing results on a lump dry, going outside a good result in regular light. Checking back, thumbs in a long time, answer really dark. Now it faded, peer unapproachable, move on neutral to take another bathroom rest and discriminate entire picture. That wasn't affected by the '08 recession for lack of association with the economical involvement to stay. Winning a wild street is put the gum in water level for the open bank, sincerely to the center of the bone. I couldn't tell you an example of an ad I saw in the last decade. I see it, but not really. Why does it even work? And who does it work on? I'll have them escorted to the vehicle when reminds dodecahedron ratio storm gets records of that incident around the bucket corner. Good to trash can thrown around, until I woke up general gist, streets around the house, stripped to shreds, what's that? We're all holding because we all got it, not allow you to for sure it back for a bag in skin for votes. And taxes gonna have toilet paper for sapien mayor, / governor district attorney. High Rick and rabies and basic information, follow that sign. Just the moon and the closest, get an experience researching on the computer, spurt caked crashed behind you, present with his activity being accurate and neutral. Good for you.